Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be a love and spirituality reading for earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And I'll also be doing an extended video, so once you're finished with this one, make sure you check the description box down below. And I also explained in my last reading, which was the air sign reading, that some people have been wondering why I haven't been doing the 12 zodiac sign readings, and I've been breaking it up into elements instead. And it's honestly just to preserve my energy for my personal readings, because doing 12 zodiac signs plus another 12 videos for the extended, that's 24 videos a month, and reading tarot is very draining. It takes a lot of energy up, and yeah, it's long or hard to explain. But yeah, I'm just doing the element readings because it does conserve energy for me pretty much. Whenever I am feeling up to it, I will go back to doing the zodiac sign readings, but for right now I hope that the element readings will be okay. So earth signs, when I was meditating on your energy, I was getting a very clear message. I'm not sure if any of you have ever seen the show Scandal. It was a very popular series. There's a character in Scandal named Melly Grant, who was the president's wife, and basically she sacrificed a lot in order to make him president. And there was this one scene that was playing in my mind during meditation where basically she says, like, I've been destroyed while I've made him president, and it's my turn. So I feel like that it is my turn part kept playing in my head because some of you are coming into that energy. Some of you have sacrificed a lot for someone, whether it be your time, your energy, your love, some of you possibly your money, into friends or family or a romantic relationship, or all three. It's like you've invested a lot in order to build other people up, and at the same time they've been kind of destroying you or depleting you or draining you. And now this shift is happening where it's pretty much your turn to shine. It's like you are no longer putting energy and effort into other people. You're now understanding and realizing that you need to put yourself on that pedestal, and you need to put the energy into yourself. So it's my turn is what I kept on hearing. It is my turn. So let's pull for your past position first, and you can check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs whenever I do these element readings. Okay, earth signs. Past position, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Six of Cups, okay. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, okay. Six of Cups in the past position. Eight of Wands along with it, along with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so immediately with the Nine of Pentacles, I'm seeing that a lot of you could have struggled in the past when it comes to being single or when it comes to being independent. I feel like some of you could have struggled with codependency in some way, meaning that you just, it's kind of like you needed to be in a relationship in order to feel complete, or in order to feel happy, or you just felt like you were lacking love in your life. So it's like this sense of emptiness, or just feeling unfulfilled whenever you had to be alone. And I feel like this is a wound that's within you that was flared up, because I'm seeing like a sword that's being touched, that's flaring up, like as it's being poked. If that makes sense, it's kind of like when you have like like I said, a sore or a scrape or a cut, and someone touching it, and it's causing it to not be able to heal properly, and it's causing it to flare up. I feel like that's what's happening here. It's like this wound within you that kind of makes you see yourself in a way that it's like you feel like you're not enough, if that makes sense. I'm trying to articulate what I'm seeing or feeling. It's definitely a wound. Like I'm seeing in my mind a wound of someone who just doesn't feel like they're good enough, or doesn't feel like they're deserving of love, so they have a tendency to search for it in another person. I feel like that's the energy that you were in the past. And I feel like if you were in a connection where you felt this very intense connection with someone, or you felt this intense emotion towards them, the stopping of communication could have been what really flared this abandonment or this codependency wound up. if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So that wound was already there but it's flaring up after communication was broken between you and someone. And with the Six of Cups being here, to me, this is soulmate energy for sure. Someone who you had a very intense past life connection with. Because the Six of Cups is Scorpio energy as well. So it's like a very intense type of soulmate connection that you went through, or soulmate cycle that you went through. And it looks like the stopping of communication, like I said, caused this flare up in your codependency wound. It just caused a lot of pain that caused you to reflect on the ways in which you've been sacrificing yourself, or the ways in which you've just felt like you needed certain people in your life. And at the same time, they were depleting you or draining you or taking advantage of you. I'm hearing that for some of you, this is a past life wound, that in a past life you could have been very dependent on other people. And now in this lifetime, basically your challenge is to find independence and learn how to be self-sufficient, learning how to love yourself and to feel that love within you without needing another person there to make you feel complete. So I'm going to clarify each of these. Clarify the Six of Cups for me. Wow. I'm going to show you in a second. Eight of Wands. Clarify this Eight of Wands for me, please. Why is this Eight of Wands here? Integration. Why is this Nine of Pentacles here? Oof, I'm getting lightheaded. I'm feeling a lot of energy in my crown right now. So, clinging to the past. That's why I made that face when this came out. Literally, two past life cards, the Six of Cups and the clinging to the past card. So yeah, this is definitely a person or a situation that has carried on from past life. And if you don't believe in past lives, just look at it as this is a situation that's carried on from the past, meaning that it's a repeat cycle. So you could have experienced something in childhood. I know we've talked about this before on my channel. Experienced something in childhood, and then you start repeating that pattern over and over in your relationships. And I feel like whatever, like I said, pushed this button or made this wound within you flare up, this is like a person who you had a very intense relationship with, and it was intense enough that it caused you to almost break open, is what I'm hearing. Is that the right word? Like, you know how like when your heart is already broken and you've just been putting kind of like little band-aids over it, but you haven't really been healing it? It's like this person caused all of those band-aids to be like ripped off, and you feel everything broken open. That's what I'm hearing. Very intense type of energy. Someone who you could have just had a very hard time letting go of. I just keep hearing past life. I just keep hearing past life. Integration and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So during this time of no communication, it looks like you were being challenged with finally going within yourself. To me, integration talks about finally becoming whole or balanced within yourself. It's like without the need for someone else there to complete you, you finally realizing or needing to realize that you have always been whole and complete, and you are very loved even without this person or these people in your life. And I feel like that was the point of the separation. I don't know if you grasped the point of it yet. I don't know if you grasped the point of it yet, but that was the point of the separation. The Nine of Pentacles is here as well as the sharing card. So to me, this just illustrates what I was saying before about kind of being like not feeling like you are enough in some way. So you feel like you have to overcompensate by just really giving a lot to people, or like overextending yourself to people. It could be like a people pleasing sort of energy that you have picked up somewhere in your past or in a past life. And it comes from a place of wounding. It's nothing to be ashamed of course. It's just a pattern. It's a pattern, and it's a way of getting your needs met. So when you were younger or in a past life, maybe the only way to get your needs met was by catering to your parents' emotions, or being perfect and serving them. That's the only way that they gave you that love. So it makes sense that it would carry over into your relationships, where, you know, the minute that someone starts to mistreat you, your first instinct is to overextend to them and to give to them a lot of yourself, because that's what you're used to doing, and that's what you're used to. It's like it's been programmed in you that, okay, I need to be giving someone something in order for me to be worthy of love, when really you are already worthy of love. You just don't know it. because of the ways in which you've been treated in the past. So the moon card is here. So to me, that is subconscious. That's the subconscious mind, the ways in which our mind has been programmed by the people that have been the most important or the most prominent in our lives, because our subconscious mind is formed through very extreme emotional situations. I mean, it's formed through any situation really, but what has an extreme impact on our subconscious mind are things that are emotionally charged. And the only time we have emotionally charged experiences is with people who we are deeply emotionally attached to. So parents, best friends, lovers. It's like those are the people who have the ability to imprint on your subconscious mind. So if you had people around you who were treating you like crap, it's like they were imprinting on your subconscious mind that you are crap, you know, unfortunately. And that says nothing about you. It says everything about them. But now it's like you've seen that pattern play out over and over. But do not fret, because like I said in the beginning, it is your turn now. So it's like you're exiting out of this cycle of pleasing people and you are on to bigger, better things. Okay. So let's see what's going on with you in the present position. Present position, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This came out in the air sign reading too. Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Knight of Wands. All right. Ace of Pentacles comes out first. So it looks like right now, this is in your current energy. So you could be focused on an offer that was not made, or you could be, from what I'm hearing, you could be restraining yourself, stopping yourself from making an offer. I feel like you're very much used to being the one to put in the work. Like even if you and a person separate from each other and you don't speak, you're always the first one to apologize, or you're always the first one to try to make things right. And I feel like right now some of you are trying not to do that, or you're needing to not do that. Basically, it's like breaking this pattern that you have of, like I said, just overextending yourself and trying to fix things when that person might actually be in the wrong, but you just want to make peace, so you just apologize anyway. It's like that's something that needs to stop. Because like I said, it's a toxic cycle, and it kind of keeps I'm seeing like a spiral in my mind, like it keeps it going with these people or this person or whatever the situation is. They expect you to be the one to reach out first, or to apologize first, or to overextend yourself. So do the opposite of what they expect of you in order to break this cycle, is what I'm hearing. For some of you, you're just focused on a new beginning that didn't pan out well. Like it started quickly, it ended just as quickly, and it could be something that's very confusing to you still. Like you could still be trying to figure out what the hell happened. I just feel like I said, a false start. Started quick, ended quick, very disappointing type of energy. The Two of Cups is here in the reverse, soulmate energy in the reverse, obviously self-explanatory. When this is in the reverse, I see it as a connection that may have started out one way and then it just got flipped on its head. And sometimes that's for the best. And I know that sounds horrible, but from a spiritual or higher standpoint, just think about it. Like when you have a very strong soulmate energy with someone, these are the people who are your greatest teachers. Like you learn the most from these people. So even though it's painful when the connection turns into this, it's like you move into this energy, integration, becoming whole within, exploring the depths of your own soul, exploring your traumas, exploring your triggers, exploring the things that you need to heal and improve. That's what is the result of this Two of Cups in reverse energy. So it's painful, but it's necessary sometimes on our path. Doesn't make it any less painful though, you know, just because we understand it from a higher perspective, it's still going to hurt. The Knight of Wands is also here. So some of you could be wanting to date right now, or starting to date from what I'm hearing. Trying to get your mind off of this person or off of this situation. You're just kind of ready to get back out there and just, you know, just start dating again, which is fine. I don't see anything wrong with that Knight of Wands card. I'm not getting negative energy from it. I'm not getting like that you're trying to distract yourself recklessly by recklessly dating people. I see it more as like some of you just wanting to just get back on the market and just casually date, which is a good thing. Some of you, this Knight of Wands could be a person that you have recently met, and it could be someone who you're weary of. And I think you should be weary of them. Not saying that necessarily this person is a bad person. This is a general reading, so, you know, don't make any rash decisions based off a general reading. But you should be weary. Because I'm not, to me, it just seems like it's too soon. It's too soon. Just be careful not to rush into anything for what I'm seeing. But casually dating, yeah, that's fine. You kind of have to go against what you've been doing. The Hierophant is here in the reverse. You have to go against what you've been doing. Like what pattern have you been following, needing to go against that. So if you've been jumping into relationships quickly and things have just been falling apart, it would make sense now for you to take the opposite approach and casually date and things of that sort. Let me pull to clarify all 3 of these cards. And then we're going to look at the energy of, or we're going to look at the outside energy. So we're looking at the people that have kind of, or the people or the person who has kind of like sparked these feelings within you. So let's clarify. What is that Ace of Pentacles here for? Clarify this Ace of Pentacles for me, please. Courage. Ooh, okay. Morality. Clarify this Knight of Wands for me, please. Celebration. Wow. Okay. So Ace of Pentacles is being clarified by the Courage card in the reverse. Okay, so to me, some of you are feeling like you are not, okay, how am I supposed to word this? Because I don't think it's something that you're feeling. I think that this is something that you may not realize, that you're afraid to let go. Like you're afraid to release attachments that no longer work. Like you're clinging to the thought of a past situation, or like I said, a false start. I feel like some of you also are kind of beating yourselves up because of what happened, like because of how the situation played out. I'm getting very confusing energy. Let me clarify that. But I think that some of you, like I said, it's like it's going to take a lot of bravery for you to release this, because it's kind of like you're releasing it and you're entering the unknown. Like, what's going to happen now? I don't know. Like, you never know what's waiting for you on the other side. So sometimes it's like we'd rather just stay in a very comfortable, familiar position, even if that position is not one that's necessarily helpful to us or one that's happy to us. It takes bravery to let go. Oh, okay. Interesting. For some of you, this could be for a very small few of you. This is about money, actually. It's about career or finances. I love it when career comes up in the readings. This is about career, finances, and a new business opportunity or something that you've been wanting to start and you're not brave enough to, and you're needing to do it ASAP. Do it immediately, because it's going to work out and it's going to have some sort of positive return or positive outcome from it. Okay, let me pull one more for that. Why is that Courage card here? Ripeness. Okay, so this is definitely for someone when that's pertaining to career. Something's ready. You've been planning, you've been thinking, you've been contemplating. It's time to take action. It's time to dive in. Now, for those of you who this isn't career, it's a very similar message that you are ready to let go. You are ready. You've been in this state of limbo, or you've been hanging on in some way, and it's like you're now ready. And you had to hang on, because I feel like while you were hanging on, you were learning or growing in some way, or having epiphanies, having some sort of awakening. It was like something that was going on while you were hanging on. Now you're ready to let go. Now is the time where you can release. The universe is going to catch you. Do not worry. You're not going to fall and hit the ground. The universe will catch you. You're ready now. You're ready to move forward on your path. It's like whatever has been happening to you, it has really been molding you and preparing you for something spectacular that's going to happen on your path. And it's going to take a lot of bravery. It's going to take a lot of courage. Like I said before, morality is here in reverse along with the Two of Cups. Okay. So with the morality card being here, to me, immediately I'm thinking about just people's intentions and their integrity. I feel like whoever this Two of Cups person was in the reverse, I feel like they didn't have much integrity. This is a person or people, take it as it resonates. They didn't have much integrity. They could have treated you in a way that was very harsh or cruel, or you could just be someone who has encountered a lot of harsh or cruel people in your life. That's very relatable. I just feel like this reminds me of something I saw on Twitter where someone was saying, oh, you know, it's crazy to me how we are going to therapy to try to feel better or to try to heal ourselves, and the people who made it so that we need therapy, they don't go to therapy themselves. And I commented back that you know, that's because they lie, they project, they abuse in order to feel better. We go to therapy to feel better, but they abuse to feel better. Like, that's how abusive people operate. It's kind of like they are carrying this heavy shame on their own shoulders, and their therapy, quote unquote, how they feel better is sort of like dumping it onto you and projecting it onto you, or making you work for their love, making you jump through hoops just to get their attention or to get little crumbs that they're sprinkling in your lap. It's like, that's how they get their fix, quote unquote. So that's why if you don't let go, there's no incentive for them to ever change. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting their fix from you. They're taking your energy. They're dumping their shame onto you. And it's kind of like the people like that, you have to leave them alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they would just do nothing but drain you and deplete you. And there would be no reason for them to ever wake up and stop doing it, because it's kind of like, why would they? You know, it's like they are fine with what they're doing. They're not being harmed. You are. So that's why you have to then take the initiative to put distance between you and that person. Because it's not like they're going to wake up one day and be like, you know what, I'm wrong for what I've been doing. Like, they're not going to, unfortunately, they're not going to do that. I feel like for a lot of you that I'm reading for, you do have a strong sense of integrity, meaning that you are who you say you are. Like, when you're behind closed doors, you are who you say that you are when you're in public, you know, and you value that trait. And I feel like the people who you've been dealing with, they don't have that trait. That's how you know that this is not your soul tribe. Two completely different frequencies. And I feel like that's just, it's painful. It's painful to try to heal from dealing with people like that, because you're like, damn, like, this world is extremely cruel. Like, when you stop to think about these types of people, it kind of makes you kind of afraid of the world. Like, wow, what the hell? What type of planet am I living on? Especially for those of you who are empaths and who are, you know, sensitive people who would never treat someone like this. It's like, you just don't understand, or you don't get it. I don't get it either, honestly. But like I said, you have the ability to then move on and to heal. And like I said at the beginning of the reading, it is your turn, finally. So let me pull one more. Adventure, yeah. These people, this person has been very much stifling you. You have not had the courage to go after the things in life that you want. They have kind of just, because this adventure card is kind of like when you're a child and you're just so ready to explore the world, and then you meet these corrupt, terrible ass people, and they kill that childlike spirit in you. And now you don't want to explore the world. You just want to stay home in the dark, underneath your covers. You don't want to leave your house. You think this world is just a fucked up place, and you're like, no, I want to stay home. You can't let them win like that, you know? Any dreams that you had when you were younger that they killed in you, it's time to get that spark back. Even if it's not like a specific dream, like a career goal, it could just be your carefree nature. Maybe you always wanted to travel the world or something like that. It's like these people have kind of drained you or depleted you and made you feel depressed to the point where that has been like, they've kind of sucked the life out of you. And now, like I said in the beginning of the reading, it is now your turn to regain that energy back and to take all of your love and take all of your power back. Because they need you more than you need them. Trust, you're the one that's feeding this connection. It's not the other way around. So the Knight of Wands is here along with celebration. Like I said, some of you are meeting new people, or you're ready to meet new people and make new connections. And you're meeting people who are on the same wavelength as you, people who you can go out with, have fun with, but then you can also have, you know, serious, deep conversations with. If you haven't met these people, you're going to be meeting them soon, or it could be a specific person that you're going to be meeting soon with this energy. But overall, I think that a lot of you are ready to kind of get back out there. It's going to be kind of scary at first to open up to people and to trust them again. So it's going to be like a slow process, but I feel like it's going to be very, very healing for you. I feel like this process of opening up and making connections with people is going to be very healing to you. So that's very positive. I want to look into these people who have sparked this unfortunate energy within you. These people who you've been people pleasing, or who have hurt you, or who have sparked that need for healing in your life. I want to look into that energy. Okay, wait, pause. I'm being guided to clarify that celebration card really quickly before I look into the other person's energy. What's this celebration card about? Transformation. Yeah, so basically this is saying that you'll know that you found your soul tribe because they will match up with the new version of you. They won't match up with the past version of you. See what I'm saying? So the new version of you that has been learning and healing and growing, you'll know that you're coming across someone who you're meant to keep around because they will match that energy. It's kind of like when someone's like, wow, I would have met you years ago, and you're like, no, you don't, because you wouldn't have liked me years ago. It's like that. Like I tell my boyfriend that all the time. He's like, yeah, wish we would have met in like high school or something. I'm like, no. Like, you would not have liked me in high school. Absolutely not. Because you like who I am today because I've been through so much transformation. And I feel like that is what's going to be happening within your connections that you make from now on. Not to say that you are shaming that past version of yourself, but you're just aware that like you had to go through certain lessons to become who you are. So I'm going to look at, like I said, these past people, or these could be present people that you're still trying to break free from, who have sparked this awakening within you. Death card in reverse. Are we shocked? No. Pull one more. Like, come on. Honestly, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. Okay, Death card in reverse, 8 of Wands. These are the people or the person, you know, take it as it resonates, a lover, friend, family, who have sparked this awakening in you. 8 of Swords, Death card in reverse, that's their energy. People who are afraid to transform, people who are afraid to grow, people who are stuck within themselves. Like, they're stuck in their own minds. They're stuck in their own self-limiting beliefs. It's like they just will not change. Like, the transformation is just not here at all for them. No. That's what I'm saying. That's the wild part, is that you don't need them. They need you. You're the one that's like giving that energy. This is very low vibrational energy. They're stuck in some way, shape, or form. It's like it's those people who 20 years later you check in on them and they're doing the exact same toxic shit that they've been doing. And you're thinking like, wow, how was I like ever trying to cater to these people, or like I was a people pleaser towards these people? Look at what the hell they're doing. Not to say that you look down on them per se or think you're better than them, but you just you kind of have like an epiphany, like, why the hell did I think I needed to prove myself to this person or these people? Like, what? Like, because you're elevating so much. Let me pull one more clarifier. Politics, see. Snakes. Or attempting to be snakes, because it came out in the reverse, so you see right through them now. But at one point they were wearing a mask quite well that you couldn't see through, but you see through it now. We are going to we're going to dive more deeply into that in the Vimeo video, in the extended, so I will leave the link to that down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys over on Vimeo. Bye.